Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Bernardrick McKinney in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. With it is Brown. Oh, he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, here's Locke. Being chased out left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Locke showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
They go play action here on first down. The 20. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Let's go, Mexico!
Gurley again here on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. Caught left side by Funchess. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
12. Check out. Tempo.
Here's Locke. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Gun.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Locke. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on first down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Luck now on second down. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the gun, here's Luck. Deep ball for Goodwin. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On fourth down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Nobody leaked. Big play. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. action. It's Ryan. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now it's Luck. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
12. Right.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
675. Yeah, easy. Check out. 180.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Gun.
Now Luck. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On second down, Ryan. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
20. On. Hey, stop.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, now he bowls him over, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a 1st down throw. Luck. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Eluding the pressure right. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that'll bring them back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Get up! Gun, gun, gun! 54, south!
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, south! 20! On!
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
To throw is Love. And some strong running. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now it's Gurley, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll try the air now with Locke. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Fielded at the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They run. It's Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Luck now to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Love. Funches with a catch over the middle. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
3rd and long. It's Locke. They shakes him off. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that's